Language is a tool to learn knowledge, transmit information, express feelings, emotions, and ideas, and construct social identity. Language acquisition has been a controversy whether it is innate or learned. In this video, we'll learn a theory on language acquisition. Noam Chomsky's Universal Grammar. This theory is about how we learn a language, how we acquire a language, and how we use it in our day-to-day life. Noam Chomsky is an American linguist. He formulated theories related to children's language development. Noam Chomsky proposed that every child was born with a language acquisition device that holds the fundamental rules for language. They simply need to acquire the vocabulary. A child is born with a basic set of language skills. That means he's not a clean slate and his mind is not empty. He already has a language acquisition device in his brain. Because of LAD, the child was able to learn quickly. Universal grammar arguments. Poverty of the stimulus. This allows children to generate sentences with ease. So there is a poverty of stimulus, wherein the linguistic ability manifests itself without being taught. Constraints and principles cannot be learned. Noam Chomsky argued that the human brain contains limited set of constraints for organizing language. This implies that all languages have a common structural basis, the set of rules known as universal grammar. Children do not have the cognitive ability to understand the principles of grammar as a system, but because of innate capabilities, they are able to produce correct grammar. Patterns of development are universal. Children learn the various aspects of a language in a very similar order. It means that they go through the same stages in development no matter what language they are learning. They have the natural ability to combine nouns and verbs in the correct, meaningful order. Universal grammar and second language acquisition. Universal grammar could not result to language acquisition, but if we combine it with the language data, the two will result a successful language learning. In universal grammar and second language acquisition, we must know the following. First, second language acquisition is identical to first language acquisition in respect to the universal grammar operation. So, universal grammar has a direct access to second language grammar. Next, second language grammar have access to universal grammar through the first language grammar. Lastly, other mental abilities have no access to second language grammar. There are things that you must remember when it comes to Noam Chomsky's theory of universal grammar. First, children already know basic grammatical rules. When they interact with people around them, they are actually learning vocabulary, but grammar, they already know. Next, if you look at languages across different cultures, you'll find that all languages have the same basic structure. For example, in Filipino, French, English, and Hindi, all these languages are going to have certain nouns, certain verbs, and certain adjectives. So the categories would remain the same. The structure and the subject-verb agreement in every language are going to stay the same. There can be different words. For example, in Filipino, we say pangalan. In English, it is noun, pandiwa in Filipino, and verb in English. The word can differ, but the concept remains the same. So basic grammatical structures are same across all languages. Lastly, Grammar is a universal constant in humans. This implies that all languages have common structural bases, the set of rules known as universal grammar. Thank you, and keep safe.